Okay, so it is the following day. And I have to ask. So I know that the plan, of course, was to leave kind of a convoluted mess of a trail to lead to Dr. Vasquez, so that the heroes or anyone else that would interfere with your plans would be focused on that rather than you. But were there any complications that you added along the way?
No.
Well,
Complications of which sort?
Well, the plan itself was expressly just to have a fake bomb, some bullshit convoluted puzzle to even find the location of Dr. Vasquez, making the bomb into itself a bullshit convoluted puzzle to disarm, only for them to discover it was a fake. Were there any additional details that you guys threw in with or without telling anyone else?
Definitely with telling elsewise. I'm thinking that the end location for, or at least, I think Vasquez and the bomb would work for. We had this extra car that was left over that was definitely stolen.
Yeah,
and I figure why not just
You
make
stole
it
from the
remotely drive
airport.
itself around?
Ooh.
okay. So is he like in the trunk?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Do you guys set up like a mannequin?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
sit in the
Some
sit in the
figure
driver's
of
seat?
sorts. Yeah, so it isn't immediately pulled over by cops or anything.
Wait a minute, there's a baby
I mean,
driving this
if anyone
car.
looked closely at it, it wouldn't hold up. But you know, who often that looks for long periods of time at the other drivers if they're not fucking up completely.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a Jimmy me up a
Do a
gadget.
crafts check.
Yeah, Jimmy me up a gadget.
That's +6.
That's a hell of a gadget. It's such a gadget, I'm going to call it an aspect.
Nice.
The aspect is convincing fake.
I also Quizmaster also would have done some sort of trap on Dr. Vasquez himself in the trunk. Probably some sort of wire puzzle, have him like trussed up quite a bit, and like there's several locks in there with the other keys hidden throughout the car. There's probably some really well written trivia questions that will lead you to where I put them in the car. And just
All right.
shenanigans.
Okay, go ahead and roll to create that.
Okay, I've got my stunt funhouse. When he has the time to set up, Quizmaster can make fantastical traps. Spend a fate point to gain +3 to crafts to make traps when you have time.
Okay.
So I'm spending one of my bonus fate points, and my crafts is at +3, so that's +6. That's +8.
+8. I'm gonna say that is another aspect on the on the trap. They will have to overcome your dastardly locks.
Good aspect.
Okay. I would like to also add something.
Okay.
Can I add a expanding foam bomb that goes off if the car is forcibly stopped by an outside force?
Brilliant.
Sure.
So they have to go through that first to even get to any of the contents.
Yep.
Good. This is the worst, most aggravating piece of shit we made for this.
Of course.
It's not even like
Then-
particularly deadly because it's a fake bomb. It's just really annoying.
That's the point.
I don't even care that it is wasting time for like us to do our job. I would have done this just to waste their time. This is great.
You guys are thinking like true supervillains. There's an important thing I have to do. Hold on, let me waste a lot of time to annoy the local masks.
Look, my dude, how do you make superheroing seem less good? It's obvious. Make it tedious and bad. Oh man, everyone wants to be a superhero these days, except they don't realize it really sucks. People are just assholes to you for no reason.
So what'd you get for complicating this even further?
So I'm going to use craft. Can I use my stunt? I know more than just glue when creating an aspect with lore or craft. Using chemistry, gain an additional invoke.
Sure.
All right.
Well, granted, these are aspects that they have to overcome in order to solve this, basically.
Right.
So I doubt you'll have any invokes involving it unless you are doing a thing that is specifically at the scene of this. But yes.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to spend a fate point to on you don't know how much you want something until it's glued shut.
Yeah.
So do a reroll here. 'Cause,
Okay.
I don't want a -3.
Ooh.
Which doesn't seem to matter because the dice seem to want to give me -3 no matter what I do. So that goes to a straight 0.
Well, you don't really. You think you have it. It's hard to put into practice because you know that if it works, it's just gonna turn this car into a big gooey puffball. So you don't really have a way of testing it. You have it set up as far as the auto driver goes, and basing it on the time it takes while stopped. So you think this could be fun?
All right.
Next question in regards to the plan. Because these are all things that directly contribute to this silly thing that you're doing. That almost seem like a fully fleshed out and thought up plan. Do any of you do anything that is just complete? That is a complete aside that no one else is aware of.
No.
I don't think he cares enough.
Okay.
I don't think I'm personally offended by this guy in any way, so I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm more just trying to waste the people's time who's going to interact with him. I don't know anything about this dude.
Like this could be, for example, if it goes for a certain distance, or the self-driving thing goes on for longer than your planned heist. You have flags that will pop up saying "You've been punked."
No, I'm interested. Okay, one sec. Not that specifically.
Stupid little things that you don't tell your allies that you're going to do. AKA, if you want to self-compel to complicate the plan, you may.
Check your Discord.
I'm looking at it right now. Go ahead and get a fate point.
Thank you.
Also, roll for that, please.
Sure. I'll put it in Discord.
What did you? Oh no, I'm excited. Oh no. Well, okay then.
The only thing I can think of, basically, is that it's set up so that if it takes too long, like enough that, by all accounts, we should be done with our job.
Mhm.
Just set basically to smash the radio to full, and then play out a pre-recorded thing of basically like, oh, look at me, the heroes are too distracted to even save someone in trouble. How about that? That sort of thing. Just really childish insults.
Since other people are talking about it, should I reveal it to the class or should we keep it a secret?
You can go ahead and reveal it to the class.
Okay. I put in a real bomb in the engine block. It's just a small one, so it shouldn't do anything to Dr. Vasquez. Shouldn't. With my +1 on crafts. It shouldn't.
I don't care.
I assume freaking
This is like these are the secret things that no one else is aware of.
yeah.
I know,
Right.
but I also don't care.
What aspect do you think would a childish insult like that would that be
If
for
we're meaning
discharge?
specific aspects that I have, probably
Yeah.
the leaving to my devices, fuck the police.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, go ahead and get a fate point for that.
Okay. So I'm going to take a compel off of you don't know how much you want something until it's glued shut. In that Chemosnare's MO is to ransom things.
Yeah.
So he's going to ransom this guy to his family.
There it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How
By
so?
hiding he's going to hide a basically GPS tracker on the car.
Yeah.
Hide the and then have the basically set up a series of Riddler style clues to basically be like, if you want him, you can pay me this much money and I'll give you the location to get the GPS. You can go find him and that sort of thing.
Okay. Okay.
I will have the message set to go off right when we start our heist.
All right. All right. Go ahead and roll me something to set that up.
Okay.
I didn't call for a roll from discharge because that is
I don't think
that
it's
is
hard.
surprising. That's surprisingly easy to set up.
Yeah,
That is not really a contrivance, but it is fun.
but it is childish.
It is sufficiently childish.
Can I do? I'm thinking either contacts or stealth to get a note to the family in a way that I'm not immediately implicated in.
Sure, either will work. It just depends on how you want this to go. Like, do you pay a guy to give it to a guy, to give it to another guy, to give it to give it to a different guy, and then give it to the family, or do you stealthily deliver it in their mailbox?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with contacts. That seems more more likely what Chemister would do. There are my pluses. Okay, so that's going to be a +4.
Okay. You hook up with a local criminal that calls herself Geist. Her main dig is delivering messages. She is like some kind of she is like some kind of no, she's like some kind of messenger in supervillain form. And you come to agreement with her to deliver this at a very specific time.
All right.
So, all right, we come to the heist.
Steel Claw didn't want any shenanigans.
He said no both times.
Okie dokie.
The only other like particular pre-heist thing I had planned that I needed to do, not related to this, obviously, is we still needed to pick up the cars. Go see this dealer we got told about by the captain.
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya's used autos.
That's the man.
Yeah, yeah. You hit this guy up in prominence. He has a big lot full of used autos, and his business model is very much not asking questions.
Weird.
And my business model is very much accepting that and not telling him answers that he didn't ask for.
I still probably use one of my disposable identities.
Of course.
My entire identity is disposal.
You gather that Mr. De La Hoya needs glasses but doesn't wear them.
I mean, it's just more accountability.
He is fiercely nearsighted.
But yeah, so pick up like decent performing. I don't really care how they look. Cars. We're looking at a total of 5. I'm certain we have enough operational money for that.
Yeah, you do.
Sounds good.
Yeah, 1 for each of us and just like an extra.
I'd say that pretty much runs out your operational money.
That's fine. I'm not planning to buy anything else.
All right, so yeah, you each get a decent performance. Things like civics and the like. It's just all around well performing vehicles, and so comes the heist.
I will note for vehicle positioning, I'm thinking in even if it takes a little bit of maneuvering or making larger entrances for them, hiding them in nearby abandoned buildings around the exterior of the location.
Yeah, no, that's legit. There's you know that there are a lot of abandoned buildings in the area. So
and then with the 5th one, we're gonna hook it up with another one of essentially a dummy driver.
Nice.
Okay, that works. Go ahead and roll that preemptively for that sweet automated driving.
That is a +5.
Okay, yeah. You are able to hook that up just fine.
Alrighty.
And then you can all meet up just in pre-heist stuff and discuss what you have ahead of you.
Okay.
You are in an abandoned garage, not too far from the research lab.
Okay. So, how many inside men do we want on this?
I'm definitely going. I'm not going to do much good outside.
Right. But I mean, are we all going to try to sneak in under assumed identities? We're going to have some people lay back.
Did we get information that would help us sneak in?
Yeah,
I don't think we really had any plan. We had the cards, but did we get anything that would help us sneak in?
The only thing that you got is the knowledge. You have the cards and the knowledge that the redundant camera systems can be taken down if you take out the security room first. But that doesn't take care of like the razor wire fences and the patrolling guards and canine units.
So we'd need to get in there first either way. Doing so in any sort of uniform would possibly work if we had a suitable distraction, but without one of those also, it's not really going to go anywhere.
I was pondering perhaps we could be vendors from a separate company. We obviously don't want to be part of the nuke laugh. They'll see right through it. But if we're part of a vendor, it should be a little bit easier for us to hide that for as long as we need.
I don't think we're going to get in very far with that, though, was the only problem.
That's fair. That's fair.
To the door at best, and even that's suspect at this time. That said, if we can get a few outfits of the employees, if we make a suitable distraction, that should do the same as getting us to the door.
Well, we have Dr. Vasquez, so we can just make up some outfits. I sewed some last night.
Oh yeah, he was doing that one. Yeah, so I guess I have one final car-related activity in that I'm going to go steal another one.
Oh, okay. Which one are you going to steal?
Preferably a big one.
Okay.
Just looking for some like big SUV or pickup sort of thing.
Oh, all right. What is your motive here?
My plan basically is to get one of these, and then once we're ready to go, as a suitable distraction, is just make sure that it has cruise control. And then just kind of drive in the direction of that area with wire and pressure sensitivity in that forest bit. And just let it go.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Have a time.
Go ahead and give me a roll to steal an SUV in broad daylight. Firstly.
Yeah, well, if there's any... I don't think this place is big enough for parking garages, is there?
Orange City? Yeah, it's big enough for parking garages.
Okay, yeah, if it's... Yeah, he's not going to, like, take an hour out of his way, but if there's one within, like, 20 minutes or so, he'll go there. Try and be a little more surreptitious about it.
You guys are chilling out in in a small abandoned parking garage anyway.
Yeah.
As you were on site waiting to start the heist.
What should I be rolling?
That is going to be. Remind myself of stealth, probably. I'd say.
Okay.
Stealth to get in, get into someone's car without them noticing and heist it.
I will spend a fate point to add. I can be the first cyberpunk. The good thing I did. That's a 4.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, security guard's gonna -3.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So,
They were sleeping. It's fine.
they were sleeping. They were not paying attention at all, and did not realize that you look nothing like Mrs. Patton. Like you look nothing.
I'm
like
just her young lover.
I mean, that's fair. She is known for her young lovers. Ravishing woman, truly. So yeah, you steal a very big, dark blue SUV,
That'll do.
and yeah, you're gonna be able to set it up to cruise control into a fence to cause a distraction. That's just fine. You don't need to roll for that. So yeah, about 20 minutes pass in the abandoned garage before discharge returns.
Well, I'm certain we'll make some noise. Ready to
Indeed.
start off the party whenever.
All right. So then we should probably be planning to enter in on the side opposite where the crash will happen.
Yes, that was the intent.
Okay. We head over there.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head on over. You take a very long walk around the grounds, making it a point to actually stay even further away from the fences. Actually, since you guys do know that there are sensory, that there are pressure sensors in the woods proper, even before you reach the fences. And once you are in a sufficient distance away from the pressure sensors and the fences, well, you trigger the distraction.
Yep, have a hound hit the gas.
Yeah. You trigger the distraction. One of your creepy nano monster.
Wow, I see.
Are you gonna deny it?
Yes.
Oh.
Love me, goo boys. My good hounds.
Uh,
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So yeah, you have a hound. Press the gas, and with cruise control set, a big old SUV barrels through the fences on the eastern perimeter. You hear already from here shouts of surprise and concern.
we start running in.
All right, you have the razor wire fences ahead of you.
Almost there.
Gotta cut through them.
Oh yeah, that works. That's easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They can't stab us if they're blue.
Well, no, we're required to cut through them. They
Yeah.
are metal fences.
With your
But-
huge razor arms.
With compared to your huge razor, your
When you have knives for hands.
yeah, compared to your knife hands, they are nothing. Like
Yeah.
I would have called for a roll if you were just like, I'm gonna jump it,
How
Or-
could I hug my family with these knife hands?
or something like that. But no, you got knife hands, and you're gonna cut a regular steel fence. You did it.
Good
Nice.
job.
So after cutting a big enough hole in them for everyone to fit through, you guys begin rushing for the west side of the building. And let's see. Go ahead and roll for your discharge. Go ahead and roll for your hound to create a big enough distraction.
Okay. Let's spend a fate point to add in being in over your head means you're getting somewhere.
Yes.
And that ends up being a +5.
+5. Okay. All right. So there's an aspect on the scene of huge fuck off distraction. You guys have passed the razor wires, the razor wire fences, and the proximity sensors, solely on the fact that not a lot of attention is going to be paid to the proximity sensors going off right now, given that there is a huge fuck off distraction.
That was the intent.
Yes. So you do note, as you're approaching the western entrance, that not everybody has rushed for the eastern entrance. And there are still canine units on alert. Obviously, they haven't seen you yet. What do you do?
Like, are these canine units with people or just dogs?
With people, yeah. It's guys and also that are walking around dogs.
Now I'm just
The
making a
dogs are-
suggestion here.
The dogs are notably upset about all the noise.
Now I'm just making a suggestion here, but I'm not sure how well a human or a dog can operate when they're glued together.
Unless you're a bug, 6 legs is not good for you.
Well, if you're a minotaur.
Then
Minotaurs only have 2 legs.
Yeah, you only have 2 legs. If you add 4 more legs, you'll still have a big clusterfuck and not be able to go anywhere.
You'd have to end up being like a Sleipnir centaur.
So yeah, you guys have ahead of you wandering canine units.
I mean, I can glue them all together, but if we want to do that, that will it's a little obvious when people get glued together.
True. I'm just not sure how we get past them without being seen at some point. At this point in juncture, if there's that many still here. Which, if they're trained well enough, it makes sense they're still here, but still.
You can attempt stealth to go from small, like chest-high fences and chest-high barriers to another, and just try to avoid their sight.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could just aggress them if we get caught, so we might as well try that first.
Okay. Everyone roll stealth.
Actually, can I, because we were planning for things and I went to the store to get chemicals, can I throw basically an anti-smell bomb spray thing on us so that we're harder to track by scent?
Sure. I'll let you, like, do you have a stunt for on the fly creations like that?
No, but we didn't quite. We left it kind of loose. What exactly?
Okay, well, in that case, I'll let you spend a fate point to have retroactively made that.
Yeah, I'll spend that fate point. So I should just roll the craft then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be +5.
You guys smell like nothing. Get a +1 bonus to all of your stealth rolls here.
It makes me fundamentally uncomfortable.
You have no scent. It's weird.
So +1.
Yeah,
Well,
not
that-
even, you don't even have a natural body odor. It's just it's like it's
All right,
like
that is a 6. As I leap between the raindrops.
yes, apparently you do. What about Quizmaster, Chemo Snare, and Discharge?
Chemo Snare got a 2.
You'd use the
There is a free
the
tag
distraction advantage.
on the distraction. Yeah.
I got a 3 myself.
Okay. Yeah, the distraction aspect is still on the scene, so you can tag. It has one free tag, if you wish.
I think Greg just got back, so we're rolling stealth to sneak past the canine unit.
good.
Roll stealth +1.
+1.
I don't have stealth.
Okay, well then roll as if you had +1 stealth.
Okay, so at least I must spend a fate point to re-roll that net +1.
You can.
Go ahead.
There's a aspect on the scene, the distraction. You can tag that instead.
Okay, I'll tag that
there
to
is
make it
currently a
+3.
free tag on that.
Yeah, I'll
There's
tag it
one
to make
free
it
tag on it
+3.
currently.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that now then.
Okay.
So I'll spend the fate point for that.
All right. Okay. So, the so one of you got a +2, one of you got a +3, right? Or two of you got a +3.
Yeah.
Who got that +2 again?
I did.
Okay.
Chemo Snare.
All right. Chemo Snare.
Mhm.
As you guys are getting very close to the doors, the security checkpoint on this side, when you hear a barking, and you instinctively know that is not a barking about a noise, but a barking about an intruder.
Okay.
And it is immediately followed by a whistle.
Okay.
Or no, actually, since it's this, there isn't a whistle or an alarm set off yet, but you know that a canine has noticed you and is trying to alert his handler, his or her handler. I'm not going to gender this dog.
Okay.
Since you equaled out in the roll, it hasn't been able to alert its handler yet, but you know that it is barking in your direction as if it is going too soon.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. I think I'm going to. I'm just gonna glue. Let's see, what can I glue to something to make to deal with this situation?
That is the problem you encounter regularly, isn't it?
You
I've
could tell
encountered a
your
problem.
Patriots.
You more or less you have time to you have enough time to do a thing.
Okay.
And quickly, before the dog's handler will be aware of you.
Okay. So one of the things we specified that Chemistry was making was thermite to break through barriers and stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm intrigued of where you're going with this.
I'm going to use thermite to start a fire
Okay.
as a distraction.
Oh, and then run away from the fire so it looks like that's what the dog's barking.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll crafts.
Okay.
What did you get?
I got +1.
+1. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm gonna say that you do it, but that you do it and it succeeds, but you use a little too much thermite.
Okay.
And now there is a bigger fire than you had originally intended. And also you might not have enough for the vault door.
Okay.
Where did you start the fire?
I assume
you guys
somewhere
were...
between when we were starting and the actual building.
Oh man,
So
I
the
actually had
forest?
specifically said not the forest. I specifically said that you guys were actually almost at the security checkpoint. So it's one of the little outer barriers. One of those like wooden aesthetic barriers that they put around the research labs to make them look pretty, and also those could be used as cover in case of an invasion.
And now they're on fire?
And now it's on fire, like super on fire.
How is the ground burning? There's no more wood left.
It's thermite, man. It doesn't stop burning.
It burnt
You
out
don't
all
know.
my blood.
You don't know that yet.
So yeah, the fire is bigger than you anticipated, and also you realize by the time that you guys all reach the security checkpoint that's you don't have enough thermite for a vault door. But no one knows that you're here. Kind of.
Look, fires just randomly start all the time.
They know that something is going on. They just haven't located you yet.
Yes, but they aren't on the lookout for somebody with a backpack full of glue.
No, they're on the lookout for someone with a backpack full of cars or fire.
We're all in costume, right?
I assume so, yes.
My costume's not particularly complicated, so I basically just pulled up my scarf.
That's fair. I more just mean you can't see Quizmaster's face with the Zentai mask, but he's just tilting his head at you. Because that's the best he can do right now.
I'm just going forward.
Okay, there is a security checkpoint. It is thoroughly covered by cameras, and has 2 guards that have not left the post. Their attention is definitely distracted, namely on the giant fucking fire that just got started. But they are still at the security checkpoint per their assignments. what are you guys going to do about this? I'll say as much. Once you get past them / deal with the potential for the cameras to see you, you can just get in since you have the right key card for it from Dr. Vasquez. So, yeah, there are two gentlemen that are very well armed. Although now that you're this close, you can, for freezies, realize that they are actually guns that fire non-lethal rounds. They're equipped with tasers, electric batons, and rubber bullets and sandbag rounds.
So how directly at them are any of the cameras pointed? Are they pointed in the areas around, or?
They're pointed directly at them and also forward. So, the cameras are going to see whoever comes up from the front, and also the cameras are going to see these two guys. You guys have a moment right now because there are enough distractions that they haven't immediately seen you approach. You still have the element of surprise on your side. What are you going to do?
I'd say either I or Discharge can just electrocute them and knock them out that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess just trying to he'll kind of lower one of his arms close to the ground, and from there, using the elasticity trait of it, have spawn a hound kind of creeping along the ground, stretching over kind of the area behind them. We're trying to get it.
Okay, you're gonna have that hound get the jump on them.
That's the intent.
Okay.
We're at a point again. We're at points where it's a bit difficult to fully stealth it. We're going for the half and half.
Yeah, totes. They're quite aware that there is a big problem at hand.
Weird.
And the element as it rises is still on your side because they haven't consolidated forces yet. All right, so you're going to just try to knock these guys out with one of your hounds.
Yeah, it's just good. It'll unfold, and with vague pseudopods, try and grab one and just like clonk his head against something nearby.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
That's a +5.
I'll roll his
+5 fight
to potentially notice that and then not get clonked, and he does not do that thing. It grows an extra limb, grabs him from behind and pulls him rather fiercely into the wall, and he clonks and slides down the wall comically. The other turns to him quickly with his gun out, and then turns in the direction of what attacked him.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Can I be there, or will the hound take care of it?
It'll keep going, but you can take out the other one, speed it up.
Yeah. He just goes, question for you, guard, and uses his stun microphone to just knock him out.
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
Okay. Would that be resources or crafts?
That will be, well, I mean, if you're going to be attacking him, that is going to be, I believe that's just usually athletics for punchy. No,
Fight.
Yeah, fight. Sorry,
I don't have fight, so can I use athletics?
No,
athletics cannot be used to attack. It just can't. Fight.
Athletics is used to defend. Yeah.
Okay, if I had known I needed fight, I would have used fight. I do have shoot, since I'm using a stun gun. Could I use shoot?
Yeah, that's what shoots the other oil used for combat. For range combat.
That works.
shoot him with the stun gun.
Sure.
And I think
It's worth noting. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You go.
No, you go ahead.
There are like a couple odd exceptions with some of the other ones for very specific circumstances, but for general purposes, the only used ones for combat without a stunt is just fight and shoot, depending on which variety you're using at any given time. Anything range is abstracted as shoot. Anything melee is abstracted as fight.
So what did you get for shoot?
I got a +3.
+3. Okay. So he swats it away from him with his gun, causing it to narrowly miss his upper chest. And with great determination, he is going to try and plug you with rubber bullets.
Okay. Would it be athletics to dodge?
Yes.
All right, athletics to dodge. I'm going to spend a fate point to re-roll that -4.
Ouch.
I will tag pressure luck. That seems like a good aspect to use in this case.
Yeah.
That's better. That's a +3 again.
+3. Okay. He attempts to riddle you with rubber bullets, but you
Riddle me this rubber bullets.
There it is.
But you dash to the side, and you dash to the side, and behind a wooden barrier for cover, as he does not strike you with a single one.
I would presume this would be Discharge's turn with Hound.
Discharge or anyone else, basically.
That's also fair.
Yeah, if anyone else wanted to do anything, feel free. Otherwise, the Hound will just go after this one.
It's just one guy, so I haven't called for initiative or anything.
If in fact, using this fight as a distraction, so there are cameras looking at this.
Yeah.
Gonna. Okay, is there a way to move around the cameras?
You can go to the side of them.
Yeah.
Where you probably won't be seen.
All right. Yeah. Go to the side and kind of like sneak around this conflict.
Okay.
To get like to take a point.
Okay.
Keep pressing the front forward.
All right. Are you just going to try and clear the security checkpoint then?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll stealth to just clear the security checkpoint.
All right.
To just get around the cameras.
Let's see. All right, I got a +3.
+3. Okay. Yeah, you go off to the side, you duck low, and sneak in fast so that you are just a blur on the cameras dashing into the building. What about Chemo Snare? What are you doing?
I think I'll just try the same thing.
Are you gonna try a stealth on in?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Just 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to spend a fate point
Probably a good idea.
on Evil Chemical Genius.
Okay. Yeah, and so that turns into 2 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you do a similar thing. You come up to the other side, duck low, and make yourself a blur on the cameras as you race in fast. All right. What's Discharge doing?
I mean, he's walking generally off to the side out of the view of cameras, but not like going the full duration because he needs to concentrate on what's happening here.
Yeah.
Whereas on the other hand, the current hound is going to just kind of attempt to engulf over this guy and then just as like a bodily pool slam down into the ground.
All right, roll it.
I just did a second before, and that was a +5.
+5. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the hound engulfs him and slams him onto the ground. But apparently, this guard is actually quite tough, or at least rather skillful. Even though his buddy went down like a chump, he is going to roll at match or just -1. And he wrestles out of it for the most part, pulling himself off the ground. Kind of panicked, but determined.
He has it programmed that they make these kind of almost dove cooing noises, but a lot more grating.
It's terrifying.
He thinks it's cute.
All right, Quizmaster, what you gonna do?
Could I have action rolled over to the microphone and try to stun him again?
He didn't knock the microphone out of your hand, so you can.
Oh, then I will try again.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Okay, that's good. That's a +4.
+4. All right. This time, as he is standing up and looping around and going to, as he's about to reach for some kind of alarm and pull it, you come up behind him and deliver a shock to his back, and he shudders and shakes and collapses.
He's probably breathing heavy a little bit.
Understandable.
He will try to. I'll try to tie up the guards as quickly as I can.
Okay. It will take a little extra time if you're going to tie them up.
I'll probably put some party favors in there.
Like what?
Discharge. Oh, sorry. Go.
Probably just he has some fake odds and ends in his suit, just stuff that makes it look like he's attached a bomb or something serious, but are just red herrings.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and give me something for deceit to
Crafts.
That could work. Yeah, crafts to set up an aspect that of yet another distraction.
+5 for a red herring.
Okay. Yet another red herring is on the scene.
And then I'll probably grab one or both of the stun guns as backup.
It's legit. All right, and you guys go through the doors.
Is it possible to pet the dog as Discharge?
Dog would be the wrong term. He calls them hounds.
Hounds.
1 second. I have probably, except for it not being the correct color, a good thing that's probably a visual representation. Either way, yeah, it has a physical form. It's like kind of weird oily goo to the touch.
He'd probably like hesitate for a second and then like, good dog. I won't assign it a gender. I don't want to. Good dog.
He's a hound. Dog's a bit different. That's not something I favor.
Okay, but still, good work.
Doesn't inspire the same loyalty.
Ah.
He will also gesture to it and have it come over to him and place his hand against where its forehead would be.
And then yeah, we also go inside.
Okay. Yep, you guys.
So this
but
less cartoony and black.
Yes, good.
Ah, that's cute.
So, yep,
And
you
then,
guys,
like, 6 feet tall.
you guys race inside. You are greeted with, a sterile-looking hallway, rather wide, kind of tall, with the emergency lights flashing everywhere.
Perfect.
There are a number of security forces racing downstairs and heading out through the east entrance. And I'll say you notice that there might be a detachment that are coming towards the west entrance, towards you guys.
Question: where was like the server room of this thing again?
The server room of the building
Yeah.
or the security room.
Yes.
Security room
Second floor.
is. Just check again. For the second floor.
All right. Yeah, gonna try and sneak up there.
Okay. Just sneak past the
Yeah.
clearly PMC like security.
Yeah, it's not the first time he had to sneak past a bunch of armed guys
All right, sounds good. You go ahead and roll stealth.
in a war zone.
What about discharge? Quizmaster and Chemos there. They're not aware of you being here yet.
Yeah.
They're coming through this entrance because there's a fire,
A weirdly bad one.
like a really bad fire.
Really
Most
bad.
of them have
It's
have,
real
have, like,
angry. It bit me.
most of them have like fire extinguishers and shit like that.
Yeah, that'll help. Yeah, so Discharge is not going to attempt to like sneak through properly himself. He knows he's not necessarily the best at that. He's going to instead just try and duck off into a side room. Especially
Okay.
if there's any sort of area that has like any sort of normal front room here that might have just any sort of counter or edge behind it. He's going to go behind there and kind of sit down until he's below vision range.
Sure.
And then
Go ahead Sorry.
he's going to attempt to recall the big hound and the small hound.
And what about a small hound?
They have different ability sets as part of making the
Right.
creation ability.
Right.
So he's going to let out a small one and pull open a notebook computer, very small one.
Okay. Well,
The
firstly,
small one's much better at stealth, but yeah, we'll get to that.
I'll say roll stealth +1 because you're not trying to sneak past them, but instead are just trying to go into a closet. Or
Now
Now
something.
the question is, for us not smelling like anything, do we still? No, I don't. These aren't dogs.
What were you going to say, Charlie?
Can I use the family needs like my family needs to lug thing to, because I'm from Nietzsche, I can I'm used to, I've been in a kind of war zone before. Can I use that to spend a fate point to re-roll a dice?
I want to say yes, but tentatively, mostly because that aspect seems to be more why you want to make money, and
All
not
right.
just that.
What about that fucker Quigley? Like, is there any more aspect that would apply more, or?
That fucker quickly works.
All right, yeah.
+3 on the stealth to kind of duck behind a counter.
Okay.
All right, and I got a +3 to sneak up.
Okay. What about Quizmaster and Chemos there? What are you guys doing?
I'm doing the exact same thing as Discharge, only minus the whole hounds thing, since that's not my powers.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll stealth +1.
Let me get to my stats. That gets me a +3.
Okay. What about Chemistner?
Can I duck into a closet and then glue the door shut?
To your closet.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, he has solvent, so
Yeah, you can.
it just prevents anyone else from getting in.
Yeah.
Yes,
You can,
that's the plan.
you can you can roll crafts.
+3.
Okay.
We all got +3 in the end.
Yes. All right. Yeah. By either sneaking up a different set of stairs that is uncomfortably close to where they're coming from, or shoving yourselves into closets like the nerds you are. One of you being extra nerdy and doing science at the closet door.
What a dork!
Yeah, fucking nerds, man. You guys are able to avoid the security forces that are rushing down the hall to race outside. Finds that there are 2 men thoroughly unconscious and tied up with presumably bombs. And also there's a fire. Like a big fire.
Really glad I added red herring.
They're currently very preoccupied. So, what were you going to do with his hounds?
So we're swapping for a tiny one that he's going to hand over his phone to,
Okay.
so that his phone is streaming out video to this notebook.
Okay.
And then have that go upstairs rather than him.
Fair enough. All right, so you're just going to be sitting in this closet.
Yeah, he's going to operate by proxy.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Quizmaster goes, will you be all right in here?
I'd rather go the place where I'm going to get hit the least, which I think is right here right now.
You might be right. I think we should trust Steel Claw to get this. We should probably get the security facility down first. If we're needed, we can run up.
This thing's going to be heading right there. We're going to attempt to patch through once it gets there.
Okay, we wait.
Speaking of Steel Claw. You race upstairs. You race upstairs. You burst into the security room. There are 4 security officers that are scattered about the room, looking at cameras, shouting things over their intercoms. There is obvious panic here.
How long does it take before they notice it?
Shortly after he burst through.
That odd section where they're all yelling and suddenly stop all at once.
Yes.
Is there any, screen nearby him?
Yes.
He's just gonna punch through that screen and growl, "You're not paid enough to handle me." They're all provoked to try and scare them to fleeing.
Sure, this is actually going to trigger a stunt from someone else.
Oh no.
All right, and I am gonna tag my all edge no dark. Yeah, that. All right, so +3, +5.
Okay. +5. All right. 2 of them bail. The other two that remain scoff at the ones who bailed out, look at you and go, honestly, you're not scarier than our boss. Sorry, bud. And
health insurance.
Oh,
with who we work for, yeah, we have great health insurance.
Does it
Let's talk
cover
benefits.
Does it cover Unsheath's claws, severed limbs?
oh.
Actually, it does.
Does it cover severed limbs? Yeah, actually, hold on.
Good
Yeah,
prosthetics.
it does. It covers the cost of prosthesis. With a healthy compensation package included from our employment.
Good.
Oh yeah,
That'll
workers'
go
comp
on
for
you.
this situation.
I mean, that would be disability insurance.
I guess of like all places to cover supervillain insurance, this would be the one, huh?
Yeah, and he I'm gonna Wolverine charge at these guys.
Yeah, we're gonna try and like deflect you coming their way.
Right.
Good roll.
All right. Yeah. This is gonna be like more. Yeah. Are they armed right now?
Yeah, they have electric prods.
All right. Yeah. So he's gonna try and cut their weapons in half using his.
You could make an aspect of that.
Yeah, well, no, it's part of my Ninja Turtle fighting stunt.
Oh, you have a stunt for this? Fuck yeah!
Yeah, when successfully fighting an armed opponent, if tech succeeds, I can choose instead to place the disarm aspect of them instead of doing damage. If it succeeds with style, I do get the aspect and do damage. That aspect is placed on the person, and they can't use a stunt or power related to that weapon that was disarmed. It lasts until the weapon is repaired or replaced.
Yeah,
That rules.
yes, it does. Go ahead and roll it.
All right. And I get a +2 because I'm fighting unarmed. And I also have the critical hit. I forget what that does. So let's see. 6. So that's so that is that's 4.
Okay. All right. So you can place that aspect on one of these jets.
Yeah, I'll do the guy on the right.
Yeah. The guy on the right, the gruffer guy. You cut his electric prod in half.
Also, can someone look at what critical hit does again?
Is that a stunt that just shows up in the core book, or is that?
No, that's like the part of the power.
Yeah.
Is it an expansion onto what power?
My
Natural weapon?
hand. Yeah, natural weapon.
Sure. 1 second here. Critical hit. Whenever you cause stress using it, you may instead cause a mild consequence if they don't already have one.
All right, good to know. That doesn't matter for this because I'm cutting their weapon in half.
You're not already doing stress, but that's actually really good.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so you sever this guy's weapon in half. He takes several steps back. He was not expecting that. This turn, he's gonna try and punch you. And the man on the right, on the left, the more chipper gentleman, is going to try to press a alarm that could turn this into a Blackwatch Plaid situation.
Yeah, at least we're not at Rush's Moving Pictures album.
Can I interfere with that second one there with the pup that I sent him?
Let's see. See if you had enough time to get there.
It's fine if not. I'm just asking.
Yeah, not yet. Next round, the pup will arrive.
Okay, no worries. Sure.
So yeah, the guy on the right is going to try and turn this into going to try to upgrade the security threat to Blackwatch Plaid, and the guy on the gruffer gentleman is going to try to punch you.
Right. What can I defend with? Can I defend with fight, or does it need to be like physique or
Athletics.
All right. Well, can physique block? It's the same roll, but I get a +2 for all situations requiring pure strength for my +2 because robot arms.
Of course.
I've been augmented. All right. So using physique to just block his fists with my fists.
Okay.
That's 5, and then I roll +5.
+5. Okay. He throws a clumsy punch, and you deflect it and shove him away. The other gentleman, as I said, is going to try to upgrade the security threat. What are you going to do? There are still 2 of them.
All right, and I have a chance to interfere with the guy.
Yeah, you have a chance to interfere with your action here.
I am going to destroy the panel that he's going to press to upgrade the security threat with my steel claws.
All right, go ahead and roll for your fighting, contested versus his athletics.
All right. And that is that is a 6.
6. All right. Yeah. He's about to break glass in case of, and you've already broken it, and also the device itself. Oh. Wow. I'm going to need those insurance benefits, aren't I?
Yep.
Welp! He pulls out his stun prod. Now they're both going to try and hit you.
All right.
The hound is here that can interfere.
Oh, it is much too tiny to effectively interact with this fight. Have fun with that. It's going to go plug into one of the computers.
That's fair.
It's just going to scuttle up onto one of the counters.
Does the camera show that? Still show the tableau in front of him?
I mean, it showed part of it probably when he was coming into the room, but he's needing to focus on the computer because the pup doesn't know how to program or do anything with computers. Right. He's just using it to get him there so he can connect his phone to it and therefore crafts through it.
Quizmaster would probably sigh and start running to the stairs to try to help Steelclaw.
Okay.
He honestly, I mean, it's 2 guys.
Have you never worked with him before? He's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably going to be good. But you can always get in there to
I have knives for hands if you didn't notice.
I'll still run up there because we probably will want to booby trap the security room when he's done.
All right, so I assume I can't roll blocking for the cavalplar with my physique for the cavalplar with my arms because that steel still conducts electricity.
It does, yes.
So I guess athletics roll.
You can use fight to parry it.
Yeah, I'll use fight.
Grab his arm before he reaches you, not necessarily just soak up the pain.
All right, I'll roll fight. And since I'm unarmed still, I get a +2.
Do that twice. One for the guy trying to prod you, and the other one that's just trying to punch you.
Let's see. So I got a. Let's see. So that's a +6 and a +6.
Okay. Yeah. You deflect the cattle prod coming your way, and just smack away the fist coming for your head. What's your action?
All right, gonna cut up the upper cattle prod.
Okay.
All right. So that is +7, and remember, if I succeed with style, I also deal deal stress.
And you do.
Gonna turn that stress into a what was it? Mild consequence.
Yes. What is the consequence you created? You're creating?
He's got a chest wound now because I cut through his whatever, like through the caliproth, through whatever like bulletproof vest he had on, and sliced him a little.
All right. Yeah. He now has an open chest wound, and he's going to retreat. Quizmaster then arrives.
Oh, dear.
There's one left. He is going to try to phone in for help.
He throws one of the question cards to try to hit his hand so he doesn't write.
Okay, go ahead.
So he doesn't go.
Go ahead and roll shoot.
Already? These are like metal card style shuriken.
Yeah, totes.
Let's see, what was that? That was a +3.
+3. All right. You knock it out of his hand, his receiver, and now thoroughly outmatched. He's also going to retreat. They're outmatched and also bleeding from the hand. And the security forces retreat from the room.
Good job.
You guys have the you guys have the security room.
I am already attempting to basically give a false flag that everything's good here, but then shut everything down.
Okay, roll something for hacking.
I think Crafts does that too, unless...
I think computers is actually a thing.
Oh, is there a computer skill?
Yeah, there is a computer skill. I think.
I don't think so, actually. Yeah, there isn't.
Okay. Crafts or burglary? Which do you think would be more applicable? This is quite burgle. This is quite a burgle idea.
Check the book specifically. I have it right here. One sec. Yeah, no, it would be burglary.
All right, roll a burgle.
All right. Which is also why I expect to be good in burglary as well. So.
I will roll for it.
Yeah, that is a +4.
Okay. You guys want to do something fun?
Sure.
The last 7 or so rolls I've made have been negative.
Oh,
To be fair, a lot of my rolls have been 0. It's just I get a default +6 when I'm fighting with my
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We've been doing the things we're good at.
Yeah,
Weird.
codes. You do a false flag and then shut it off. Everything's fine up here, and then it moves off.
Yeah, then he'll have it rotate around and hold the camera portrait view rather than landscape or whatever you call it. Look at both of them. Shitty phone speaker. Well, that went well, I think.
good. Where's Chemo Snare?
Where is Chemo Snare?
Chemo Snare was actually going to go once. He's actually been waiting for the all clear because he's not great at stealth, as shown by fire.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's still glued into the closet.
Okay.
I will really inexpertly text you. Give you a hand.
Chemo Snare.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll notice, or investigation is what it is. No, actually, notice. Roll notice.
Okay. +3.
Okay. All right. Here's a problem. You. So okay. This is a ventilated room, right?
Yeah. It's a closet, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's a ventilated closet.
Mhm.
There's a decent vent system in this building, and when you were in here, you noticed that the vent was closed, and now you've noticed that the vent is open.
Okay. I am going to look at the vent, like into the vent.
Okay. You pull yourself up. The vent is large enough for someone to squeeze through and actually rather comfortably move around. Roll willpower.
Okay. I do
Good,
not
I'm
have
glad
that.
we're here now. I can now finally stop clenching. We've reached the time.
+3.
+3. All right. You are almost completely certain that staring back at you is some kind of skeleton.
Oh dear.
Or a person in a skeleton-looking suit or body armor with skeleton painted. The aspect upon you now is haunted.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take my primary method of dealing with things. I'm going to fill this vent with glue.
There it is.
All right.
Specifically, I'm going to use the. I'm actually using my glue power this time, so that uses shoot.
Okay. You're just going to fill the vent with glue?
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to do that, or are you going to do the thing where you create a wall? You haven't created a wall this scene.
No. I want to fill the vent with glue. Just the whole vent.
All right.
Aspect of the scene. No one can breathe anymore.
We're
All
all
right. They
All right.
are this skeletal figure is going to disappear.
All right. Well, I got a 5.
A 5?
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no. Sorry, that's a 7 because I have
7.
master slowing.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, what is going to happen here? What is going to happen, assuming that you succeeded at +2?
Okay, so is that succeeding with style, or is that 3
No,
above?
not succeeding with style.
Okay. Then that's just going to. The target cannot move to another zone until you release them, or they overcome the obstacle with an opposition roll equal to your roll, and that means they have to make a
7 or higher.
on athletics or physique.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you feel as if you maybe have locked this person up in there for the time being. You don't know for how long.
Mm-hmm.
But as a note, because you are haunted, that aspect upon you cannot be removed until you take a moment to relax in a completely ghost-proofed room.
Okay. Well, I can figure that out later. I'm going to furiously text. I'm assuming that.
Oxymoron there, Nate.
I mean, he said ghosts, not skeletons.
So, can I assume that I know who Ghost is?
Yes. The fear, the haunted aspect, is so it's less that that she is a spooky, scary skeleton, and more that she has a very far-reaching reputation.
Yep. Okay.
I know
then-
who this guy who dressed up like a bat is, but he freaks me the fuck out.
Oh, I'm spooked. He's a
Yeah.
bat.
Don't have a phone, put a light in a cloud.
Okay. Also, question. It's commonly known that Ghost is male or
Female.
not? Female.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't sure because there was at the point I last listened to, nobody was sure what Ghost was. Like
Right.
outside of the people who
That's-
actually knew who Lacey Clark was.
That's totally legit.
Okay. Yeah. Though it's just everyone gets a text. Ghost is here. I've stuck her in a vent for now.
Huh. That's only all he texts back.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone gets that text.
I can't text back because I got metal. I'll just text back.
It just shows up. It just shows up in your heads-up display that you have from the Remnant Nietzsche technology.
He just texts a shrug emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just text. If she becomes a problem, I'll handle her.
All I texted through was "huh," but like since I'm still over speakerphone with the others, just hear along. Fuck.
Uh-huh. So,
Like she over speakerphone, Steel Claw will say, "If she becomes a problem, leave her to me.
Yeah, I'll be happy
Can't
to.
be too. When she uses guns, can't be that difficult to deal with."
That's fine.
You'd be surprised.
Aren't you familiar with her discharge?
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
That's fair.
okay.
You see,
I'm now feeling
you
very
see,
insecure downstairs. I'm coming up to you.
Steel Claw is aware of ghosts, but has spent like a bunch of time, like a lot of time in Nietzsche, so isn't fully aware of her reputation.
I have spent my career getting punched by ghosts. I'm not staying down here.
Yep. Yeah, Commissar's gonna leave immediately to go stand behind the
Yeah.
man with knives for hands.
Yeah, you're going to race upstairs.
Mhm.
I think we're just trying to meet up before moving on because there's not anything else in this building we want, is there? We need to go to the.
Yeah, you
All
guys,
right.
you guys race upstairs. I'll say as much. Those of you who are upstairs, you can see the list of offices and labs that are all upstairs. Steel Claw.
Yeah,
Would you like a fate point?
sure.
You
Do I see
recognize-
someone in someone's lab?
You see Dr. Jonathan Quigley does have an office and personal lab on floor 3.
I'm gonna make a distraction, try and lure out Ghost. You guys can handle the rest.
Sounds good.
Okay, hope it works.
and head up to
I say in a very unconvinced voice.
kill two. Well, not kill. Wound
Incapacitate two birds with one stone.
Yeah. And not so much hurt one of the birds, just wreck up their nest and when they're
Piss off two birds with one claw. Goodbye.
I'm gonna be in your lab when you're not there and wreck up the place.
Kulu's gonna come back later on to find one of his labs here is just like totally wrecked and just like, oh man.
He just puts his hands on his hips, breathes in once. Well, I'm mildly miffed.
Oh dear.
This is quite inconvenient. I had like a couple months worth of research there. It'll take me, well, like a couple months to get those back.
Oh.
I don't have unlimited months.
I don't think Quigley has like I don't think he has an actually specifically angry state for the most part. Like he has upset and he has like he's very tenacious at times, but I don't think he gets proper mad in the same way as other people.
He just gets a little miffed.
I mean, probably especially with Steel Claw, because Steel Claw is the whole nemesis thing is probably Quigley isn't aware that Steel Claw is his nemesis.
It's
almost entirely, surely. I don't think he understands he could have a nemesis. He doesn't understand.
It's almost entirely one-sided because Quigley just accidentally happens upon your crimes.
Yeah, and also freaking interrupts him before he can monologue about why he doesn't like Quigley.
Oh, that's sad.
With bees
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's specifically like wanting to dramatically interrupt monologues. I think he just disregards that they're happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like he's kind of unaware that you are monologuing because that's not part of his strategy to resolve situations.
So Steel Claw.
He's too busy monologuing, and then whoever he's kidnapped just kind of walks to the other side.
Steel Claw.
Yeah.
You're going to try and create a distraction to lure out the ghost here, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll fight. I'm gonna say roll fight to just make a big fucking mess of Dr. Quigley's lab.
Yeah, he's gonna wreck up the place and also carve the word traitor in Sanskrit on the side of his wall.
Oh, burn! He's gonna feel that for like a second. Maybe
Does he know how to read Sanskrit?
Maybe half a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he probably
He's
does.
super genius. He probably does. Or he has a translator that can read it for him.
Well, I mean, Nietzsche, like that was kind of like the second language of Nietzsche.
Mm-hmm.
Like heavy.
Go ahead and roll fight to make a big enough scene to attract this ghost's attention.
Let's see. That is that's an
Trader. Oh no! Looks down. My aquarium of super crabs. No.
Freaking.
This is the worst day.
And of course, they're still alive because
They're super crabs.
They're super crabs, and freaking. It's not like Steel Claw is going to wreck up some crabs. Crabs haven't done it.
Haven't done anything to him.
Okay, there was that one time he had to fight that Foresight with crab hands.
Fuck that shit. What'd you get for fight?
That's an 8.
An 8. All right.
Styling.
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Just fucking breaks a tube of like freaking preservative over his head, spilling onto his hair.
Oh dear.
Yelling something about that bastard quickly.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you are in the security room. We're gonna get to Steel Claw in a moment. What are you guys doing?
Can I look over the list of rooms to try to find the best route to get to the generators to shut them down so we get down to the basement?
I'll upload that information to your phone.
Yeah. The generators are. I believe I said they were downstairs.
No, you said they were upstairs.
Oh yeah, they're upstairs because they could possibly catch fire. Yeah, you find a pretty decent route to the generators on the 6th floor.
Okay.
And as expected, the vault door, which you guys know is on the first floor, and you were able to even catch a gander at, is quite thoroughly locked.
Okay.
You guys know generators on the 6th floor.
Hmm.
I suggest we move in that direction, standing in a vague group with me in the middle of it.
He rolls his eyes under the mask.
He doesn't actually say that in character. He wouldn't phrase it that way. But yeah, we can make progress there, and we should.
Right.
Now that there's at least one person on the scene, it's important that we go relatively quickly.
So you guys hit the stairs and run fast. And as you reach the generators, as you reach the there's like a big there's a big generator room just devoted to keeping this place powered. So generating energy, storing energy, seems to mostly be using the solar up on the rooftop that is wired into. Actually, I'll say this is actually on the 7th floor to make it even easier, because it's then it has even more ready access to the solar up top. And you see that when you arrive, the doors to the generator room are currently open.
That doesn't seem right.
Good, I'm happy about this.
Can I tag match game and roll empathy to see if I can figure out if this is a trap?
Sure.
Okay. Match game lets me get +2 to empathy when attempting to predict someone's future actions.
Yes.
So that will be a net +3 to start, and I roll a +3. Thank you, minuses.
Hella trap.
Don't go in there.
Wasn't planning on it.
Do either of you have something we can throw in there to see if we can set off the trap?
You don't know what kind of trap, but you know it's trap.
Right.
You know it's a trap.
Yeah. He's just gonna gesture forward for the pup to go on it. Kind of slink around the edges of the doorway.
Okay. All right. So, this is a perfect time for
It does have stealth, so I can roll it, but
Go ahead and roll stealth.
okay, I'll +7.
+7. All right. There is standing with his arms folded over his chest and flanked by 2 other guards, appears to be a very big man. Given that you have experience and prominence, you will have recognized him as Luca Juncker, a man of German descent, a professional mercenary, who takes security jobs and works situations just like these, where he can possibly get a chance to cause someone grievous bodily harm and get paid for it. He is good at what he does, and is clearly on the payroll here, which might be keeping him out of trouble, actually, and making his talents being useful for good things. He is a very tall man, very well muscled, bald, with a scar going down his face. He appears to be waiting. If it gives any indication of the discipline, the two guards next to him are completely still waiting with the same fierceness as he is.
Does he
Just
have?
immediately the same way it went in? It's just the pup is just gonna slink back out, not even like turn around. Just nope.
Does he have a working name?
He's just Luca Junker.
Okay.
Like it's
do you
Luca
know that
Junker
Junker?
is kind of a perfect working name.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look, a junker.
Yeah. He'll turn you into junk. Welp.
That's fair.
Well, he followed through on that promise.
No, I am trash now. So yeah, you guys know that he is in there waiting.
That's a problem.
Yeah, he'll just turn around the notebook and show the like print screen he took.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, no shit. I know Steel claws into the whole idea of distracting ghosts, which I'm very on board with. However, I have the follow-up query of he's probably the best one to not get pounded into a pulp by this man.
True. Why don't you hail him?
Yeah. He'll back up even further away from the door than before and send a text.
All right, I'm going to cut back in time a little bit.
Yeah.
Steelclaw. Steelclaw, go ahead and notice. Sharps?
Yes, I was muted.
Ah, good.
Right. So, that's a 4.
A 4. Okay. It's going to be... Okay. You could have sworn you heard something in the vents.
Mhm.
But then you could have sworn you heard 2 somethings in the vents. No, just 1 something.
Gonna throw a tank of fluid at the vent.
That's not where you heard it coming from, you think? You find yourself haunted.
He spilled all my hemolymph.
I need that.
He's just gonna dart his eyes around the room for any possible like entrances something could pop out of.
Okay. All right. And something is going to, in fact, pop out. Go ahead and let's see, make an athletics roll
Sure.
to dodge, and I will describe what you're dodging.
Right, athletics and let's see what could help me here. Would that fucker quickly help? Or would that hurt more?
Quickly don't fight like this at all.
No, this is not how Quickly fights.
Alright. I guess the only other one would be Mr. Daggerfinger's help here.
If you were blocking, yes.
You know what? I'll block because
Okay.
I get more. I get +2 to that anyways, without even spending anything.
Okay.
So I get a +5 without spending a fate point. I'll block.
Okay, so it was +5 you said?
Yeah, +5.
Okay. This turns out
Oh, this isn't Ebola. Not like the disease, like Ebola, the thing you use to type.
yeah, of course.
Ebola.
You know, a classic Ebola. Sorry. You know, classic Batman weapon.
Mhm.
No, you're right from the get-go. It's Bola.
Oh, my bad.
It's his name.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, because I thought it was pronounced the same way as Nico Bolas.
You are correct when you have the set of them, the two connected to each other. Or more. Sometimes they're like 3-piece.
Okay.
The Nico Bolos.
My nickel bolo tie.
So it comes to a surprise to you, actually, that a smaller figure actually pops out from above you, drops in with a long staff, and swipes at you with it. This figure is probably about maybe 5 feet tall. Wears a leather jacket over body armor, over black body armor, skeletal themed painting on it, and wears a mask that looks kind of like a skeletal opera mask.
Probably when he as he's getting that thing. He's like, "What a kid!"
And Phantom is going to, because she actually does succeed with style, she is going to create the aspect unstable ground,
Right,
because the only way for you to avoid her, to avoid taking an even worse blow, is by backing up into some of the detritus and destruction that you created.
All right.
So
how much stress do I take?
you take 4 stress.
Oh,
All right, I'll take the mild is like the -2 one, right?
Yes.
All right, I'll take the mild consequence loose circuits. You knock something loose in his arm.
Yeah.
And then a 2 on my stress, on my 2 stress box.
Okay. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, right. Mental and physical stress are different things in this game, right?
Yes.
Right. So. All right.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna frickin' tear up this kid's pole.
All right. She will, of course, do a crazy fucking flip shit to get away from you. She will tag. She will use her positioning stunt to tag to use one of the free tags on your bad aspect.
You mean the thing she put on me, or
the thing she put on you?
All right. I'm gonna
the unstable ground.
unstable ground.
I'm gonna tag my concept, Mr. Daggerfingers.
Okay. She will in fact use the second free tag of the 2 free tags that she gets on it to give you a -2 penalty.
All right. So that negates my tagging of it. Still got a +6.
Okay. All right. And let's see here. Okay. You are able to sever the staff in two, causing her to take several steps back and then kind of toss it behind her. And you just hear, "Wow, that was a bad idea. That was me being merciful."
You think I'm afraid of a kid like you?
You should be.
You've never had to deal with a rowdy Forsyth teenager before. You're small time.
And then you hear from behind you, "And you've never had to deal with me." And you are going to get you are going to have your arms. Yeah, your arms are natural weapons, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. She is targeting your arms. It's going to be a very loud thing that happens.
Fuck.
When you look back, you see Ghost upside down with her back against a wall with a very large sniper rifle.
I guess that there's no blocking this.
That's probably not what you want to do.
All right, and is she far
Also,
enough
fun
away
fact,
that I
yeah, you
can
can't
hear
use
it?
fighter physique for good.
What'd you say, Max?
I was just saying, yeah, it is actually in rules that unless there's some reason you can do anime bullshit, you cannot use fighter physique for gun.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So can I? Is she too far away for fight?
Yeah. She's a little too
Alright.
far away from fight.
So these are 2 separate heroes?
Yeah, Ghost and
Yeah.
Phantom.
Because it's fucking bring your daughter to work day, and that's the day we decide to raid this place. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. And Phantom did something this round, so she cannot assist.
All right. Can I roll Mr. Daggerfingers to like? Because she's aiming for my wrist, so $6 million man, my wrist out of the way of the shot. Can I apply that? Like, just like move
Sure.
it just in time to get away from the bullet.
Sure. She is going to spend a fate point to tag Haunted.
All right, using that to re-roll. And I re-rolled worse. Well, goodbye that arm. Let's see, and that's my last fate point. So I've got what's the total? It's probably, I mean, it's, all right, so I got a 1.
Got a 1. Okay.
Yeah. Because I rolled a -1 and then I re-rolled for a -2.
What happens if you establish an aspect with style?
Oh no.
I think you get
It adds
like
another free
extra.
invoke.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're disarmed. A very loud shot from a large bore sniper rifle rings out.
Did we hear it 4 floors up?
It is heard several floors up, just as you guys are about to send off a text.
You sure you don't want to you'd rather not deal with deal with Junker? And
You know, it makes it more suggesting that we should probably come and help you.
Or maybe you shouldn't and just go and get the thing. I'll be fine.
That's fair. Either way. I think that's actually a conversation that happens in text. Essentially.
No, he's shouting this over his intercom. Probably because he just got shot through the arm.
Yeah, and he's like rapidly tapping down the volume on his phone, like, Jesus Christ, I don't want the guy to hear. Fuck.
And then he just looks up from his like arm that's sparking out like electricity. He's grabbing with the other arm, and then he just lets it go. Rim. Well, I've still got one arm to deal with you. Shink. How many bullets do you have left?
You can't see her smirk.
All right. And if out loud, he's gonna try and destroy the lore.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, you're all right. So
I know you mean the gun, but I'm just like, now I've written you out of the story, motherfucker.
No. That isn't writing out of the story. That's like, now I've radically altered your character.
Oh, yeah. No, you ruin any knowledge that the people are scared of her. Because it's just like, it's part of her lore.
Yeah, you see, I mess up and instead punch her back through time, and she establishes a reputation throughout history.
Of a spooky skeleton.
Yeah, and then now people are afraid of the spooky skeleton because she established it throughout history, and then she stopped the corporation.
Mythological skeletons, yeah, of course.
And meanwhile,
anyway, roll your goddamn dice.
And meanwhile, metafiction breaks down around us. Okay, let's go.
She's going to grapple past you.
All right. Since I still have run arm, can I use my robotic arm stuff? Or like, would it be because I have one arm, I only get +1 to fight?
I want to say since you have one arm, it's +1 to fight. Why not? That sounds good.
That sounds fun. That's flavor. All right, so that still reduces me to a +5 for this. +5.
Okay. All right. As you are charging, a grappling hook flies past your face. Hooks into the distant wall, and she flies by you just as you're slashing at her, missing the air. She skids to a stop on the ground next to Phantom. She sets the lore aside.
Is that literally the name of the gun?
The large overcompensating rifle number 3.
She stole one of those ones, and now she just
Greg, I see you are unaware of the lore.
Yeah, please read the lore.
She stole a very big gun from a very bad person, and then she said, "I love this gun."
And decide to make her own versions of that gun.
No, it's the same gun.
Yeah, because I haven't destroyed it yet.
What was it?
Not even her own version. It's just the same goddamn gun.
That's how fucking Steel get and will make its way into villain infamy. Destroyed the lore. And he's like, "What? Why is everyone so making a big deal? It's just a big gun."
So yeah, she sets the lore aside and draws one of her pistols.
You're pretty good. It's gonna take more than that to take down a former Marine.
Phantom and Ghost look at each other, look at you, both shrug in unison. Phantom is going to assist Ghost as Ghost is going to charge you, firing at you the entire way. Phantom is going to assist and will use her sidekick stunt to give Ghost a +2 rather than +1.
All right. Can I use physique to block?
With only the +1 bonus, I think.
Yeah, that'd
for
be
your
fair.
one arm. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. All right. That is 2. I rolled a -2.
Oh no!
You better guys appreciate the ass kicking I'm taking for you.
Okay. So so Phantom comes at your flank and uses a small. She comes at your flank. She has a small pistol herself, and she fires at you in rather close range, causing you to deflect that as you're backing up. Ghost then fires several non-lethal shots into you. And using the disabling strikes stunt to deal an extra +1 damage with non-lethal attacks. She does. That turns out to be 8 stress.
Would be my 3 stress box, and then I have a what? Wait, what are my what are the things for
-4 and -6? The ones you have left.
Right, and she did 8.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, that's my 3 stress box and my -6.
Okay.
As I am. What would be a good -6?
It's a good question. Let's see. What would be a good?
This is a major consequence.
Yeah. That
It's a
usually
major.
like
It's a major consequence. So
probably like a broken.
Not so disabled.
Like a broke. Like a
well,
fucking. Yeah.
Say
This is shit that takes a long time to heal, so yeah, it's...
So
Yeah.
like a myriad of broken ribs. She is shooting sandbag rounds into you. So
My cybernetic lungs.
yeah, like she is shooting non-lethal rounds, but they do still break bones. With Phantom in front of you and Ghost behind you, you just hear Ghost just say, "Give up."
I will say dramatically, he takes a knee for a second as he's like grabbing his ribs, and then like as he says that, his the face mask that falls off of his face,
Mhm.
and then he just slowly gets up and goes, "Sorry, I'm getting paid too much to give up." As like some white cyborg blood trickles out the side of his mouth.
Thought we said we weren't doing anime BS.
This is superhero BS. What are you talking about?
Also, whoever said we weren't doing anime PS?
Oh, I know.
Like,
Here I thought you were just a mook, hired goon. Apparently, you're more important than that. I'll have to keep you around for interrogation.
he then tears off like whatever the jacket is, so his lungs are less compressed.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
He is gonna. All right. So establish his robot arms are like sparking electricity everywhere.
Yes.
There's a lot of water on the ground.
Yes.
Can I use this to my advantage somehow?
What do you want to do with it?
Apply hand to ground, maybe shocking ghosties.
Okay. Okay. Is your aim to disable them in time for you to retreat, or are you trying to damage or just do damage?
Probably like stun them so he can retreat and do some guerrilla warfare. Because he knows he can't like defeat them both in a one-on-one fight. But he still needs to distract them for the team.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll crafts.
Do I have crafts? No, I do not.
Oh, no.
I have no fate points. So yeah, this is probably just going to end with them grappling hook to the ceiling. But +1.
+1?
Yeah.
Okay. Phantom sees what you're doing and parkours off the wall and grabs onto the ceiling while Ghost grapples up into the ceiling. And then for their action here, they're going to Ghost is going to drop onto you feet first, as is Phantom.
Can I oppose this with fight?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Phantom is basically going to be doing the sidekick thing to assist Ghost.
Yeah, he's going to try and use like her momentum to catch her foot and then like throw her forward where she was going towards. That's +5. I got 0, so +5. Oh, by the way, does sticking around to fight count as a self-compel?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
All right, I'm gonna spend my Mr. Steel Claws to make that a +7.
Okay. All right. Which is good because that's what they got. So yeah, you grab her, or you go to grab her foot, but since you equaled out, it's yeah, you go to grab her foot, but what you do instead is kind of put your arm up, and force her to basically land on your forearm and then kick off of you to get away, to get out of slashing range. And Ghost then just pauses and sizes you up, and then looks over to Phantom and just says, "Phantom, go assist Luca." But he's going to need it. But we almost have him. I know. I can take care of this. And she huffs and bristles against this, and will kick off and will parkour up into the ceiling.
Nice kid.
She rolls her shoulders to crack them. Cracks her knuckles.
So, let's see if he can do it. Let's see if he can knock me out.
She's gonna knock you out. She's gonna try to knock you out.
Well, do I get a turn first?
Oh yeah, no, they just did actually. Yeah, you can go.
All right. He is just gonna like freaking gore her, like using his like. No, actually, he's gonna do a claw attack, but if he succeeds, he's gonna try and destroy her grappling hook.
Okay. She's obviously going to grapple away.
Yeah.
She's going to grapple past you, basically.
Yeah. Like. All right, so that is a +5.
+5. All right. Okay. Yeah, you actually will destroy the grappling hook. So yeah. But that's all you're able to do because she got a +4.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume she grapples away, and I break the cables with my claw.
Yep. She grapples just above you, intending to land behind you, but you slash it as she lands, and she looks at it and then tosses it aside. You done?
Am I?
Yeah, I think so. And then she's gonna punch you.
All right, gonna block with, gonna try and fight to do a counter.
Okay. She is going to tag Haunted.
Yeah.
Then she is going to spend her last fate point to tag Myriad of Broken Ribs.
All right. So, yeah, he's just gonna roll. He got a +5. So if she rolls at all positive, she's probably gonna win. Oh, he still has a 1 stress box left and a mild consequence, so he still has some kick in him.
Okay, let's see here. She gets.
But if he rolls really good, he probably can just take him the fuck out.
All right, that ends up being a 10 after spending all of her fate points.
Yeah.
Right.
Silent again.
All right, so
on the plus side, you get a fate point for being defeated.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, because I don't think I could spend the because mild consequence is 4. I still have still 1 stress
as 11 damage because she also has the.
All right, yeah.
She also has
out of range.
non-lethal.
Yeah. He fly. No, you get to decide how this goes.
Sure. You fly at her. You run at her with a steel claw up, intent to strike at her. At which point, with her running at you with one fist thrown back, at which point she actually ducks low where you were expecting her to punch high, and comes up for an uppercut into your chin, throwing you off of your feet and onto the ground, thoroughly unconscious. Okay. Go ahead and get a fate point for that.
Yeah.
Upstairs, there's a big man.
I think
a big man in a big room with 2 smaller men.
So we don't have a lot of time to figure this out, probably. So I'm going to make a very simple suggestion. We just need the generators down, right?
Yes.
Cool. Just attempt to rip those up, and someone else distract him while I do that.
I think Quizmaster and Kimbo Snare both turn to look at each other. He puts out his hand in a rock, paper, scissors position.
Kimbo Snare, are you there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad this democratic method still exists in situations such as this, reliant on time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Don, your head sits above your head.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess. Rock, paper, scissors it is.
Just send it to me in private. Send it to me in a private chat on Discord.
Can I use classic concentration
To
try to gauge what he's going to roll?
I was just gonna have it be. I was gonna have it be totally random, but if you want to actually have it be a roll off, then by all means you can use classic concentration versus whatever else, whatever chemo snare would.
Deception.
Deception, yeah, deception would work. Notice to try and read them, maybe.
Yeah, I'll try notice. I don't have deception, so
Okay.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm getting the pup back and letting out a big bowl again.
Guess we can just tell you I got a +4.
I got 0, so.
All right. You play paper. He plays rock.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the most tense game of rock paper scissors ever.
He pats you on the back. You're up, buddy.
In fact, I'll say it was best 2 out of 3. The second one was scissors versus rock.
I was
Just
baiting
just
him.
like starting to pull at his hair, being like, "Oh my god, we're really wasting all this time, aren't we?" Great.
Baiting him into choosing what I wanted him to.
It's up to Kimo Snare if he wants to make it best 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Does he? Does he?
Okay, so Killsnare is going to just. Sorry, what were the names of these people again?
There is Luca Junker.
Mhm.
Is the private military contractor, just a mercenary. The huge motherfucker that, if you were to hazard a guess, is probably in charge of security at this facility.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he is waiting in the generator room.
Okay.
And then he's with like 2 guards.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I guess I'm gonna glue him.
Just burst in the door.
Yeah.
Somebody once told me.
Are you going to unceremoniously burst through the door and glue him, or are you going to burst through the door and have a brief chat?
So the thing is, this is a lot more direct than most of my usual crimes, which involve gluing a thing and then phoning somebody to like blackmail them.
Yep.
So I think my normal flair for the dramatic has gone out the window, and I'm, especially
Just
after
yelling
encountering
from there.
Ghost, I'm just kind of in panic mode. Okay, so I'm actually going to try and stop him rather than just slow him down.
Okay. He is. Let's see. What should I do? Okay. One of his men will sacrifice themselves to stop this.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a +5.
So he will spend a fate point for that.
Mhm.
It was not something between either dodging, topping it out, or one of his men throwing themselves in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, a question for you. This generator room here. I know there's only the one entrance, but are there any rooms that go around the other sides, or is this in a corner?
There is only one entrance. There are
I'm looking for
halls.
walls.
Yeah, there are rooms to go on along the sides though.
Great. Yeah, so as soon as I see him going in, Discharge is going to step kind of over to the side to get a good vision in there, and then direct Big Bull here just to burst Kool-Aid Man through the wall.
All right, let's roll to overcome an obstacle. The obstacle being the wall.
It's not hard considering the bonus they get. So let's see. Yeah, that's a +6.
Okay. All right. So,
Is that enough to overcome a wall with style?
God, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and get a +2 to your next action. In fact, for overcoming that with style. Luca, with one of her underlings now thoroughly glued. Actually, no. What did you get for the roll, by the way?
+5.
+5. Okay, yes, his underling is thoroughly glued, and thoroughly a man-shaped glue stick with his head poking out. Luca is going to he reaches back, and you know how generators are with they have like kind of a metal railing all around them.
Yeah.
Kind of keeping you from getting too close and whatnot. Well, he's going to rip the metal railing off effortlessly. And he is going to establish himself as the biggest threat. If he succeeds, he may create the aspect threatening on the scene. As long as this aspect persists, all attacks against anyone other than Luca take a -1. And yes, he does.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about trying to contest that or anything. I don't disagree with this statement.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah. So that is an aspect of the scene threatening. Any attack made against someone other than Luca takes a -1 penalty.
Okay.
As yes, he is the biggest threat. He ripped off that he ripped that metal barrier off with one hand. It aims to hit a man with it.
People aren't so threatening when they get shuriken thrown in their face.
Are you going to try to overcome the aspect?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. You can roll. You want to hit a 5 or higher to overcome the aspect.
Okay. I probably want to keep that last fate point.
Well, I suppose I should ask. I don't care about overcoming the aspect if, in the terms of attacking things, it counts for trying to rip up a fucking generator.
It will count towards the generator.
All right, then I'll try and overcome it as well.
Thus why I even mechanically did that.
Sure.
There was another
pass,
hero,
however.
if there was another hero on the scene, then he would have done that. But since he's protecting a thing,
don't worry. I didn't pass anyway, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Do I burn my last fate point to get a +6?
That means your last
man.
one. You can just hit this boy.
Yeah, I think I'll reserve my last fate point then.
Okay. So what'd you get then?
+4.
+4. Like I said, you had to get a +5 or higher.
Right. That's why I was saying, should I use my fate point?
Yeah. You throw a shuriken into his. You throw like steel cards into his face, and somehow this makes him even more intimidating because he doesn't care.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That is totally fair.
He looks at you as if you were a small man that he could crush with one hand.
Well, I mean, that's
he's
true.
right.
That's true. And I know, Greg, you have to leave here momentarily. So
Yes.
I think I'm going to call an end to the session here, as you guys are about to start the battle with Luca slash the stalling tactic while Discharge destroys the generators, so you guys can get the fuck out of Dodge.
Meanwhile, Steel Claw is outside down somewhere.
This actually is a pretty good stopping point.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Oh, really good.
Yeah, so
It'll be interesting to see how they learned that we were going to be here.
I can tell you right now.
Okay.
no, it's real easy.
Yeah.
It's real easy.
Yeah,
It's real
I
simple.
meant that sarcastically.
Yeah. Discharge did tip Ghost off.
Entirely unintentionally.
Entirely unintentionally. The very first
She
episode.
was the girl at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the one with the stripe in her hair color.
Yep.
Who had the longer conversation when he went on his rant.
Yep. And because you are who you are, she knows your face.
Oh yeah, like he doesn't have a secret mask, and also even if he did, she would have pulled it off before.
Wah, wah.
So yeah, Ghost was tipped off very early. However, I will say right now, you guys are at an advantage. In that the spirits, the entire spirits are not here, because you did a lot of effort into setting up a very long string of bullshit for the others to deal with.
A real obnoxious one.
Which
A
is
really
exactly why
obnoxious
we
one.
did it. Which is exactly why they did it.
Also, I broke Ghost's grappling hook, so she can't go around as fast as she used to.
That's true.
Right.
Not as good as breaking the lore, which would have been, gone down as the history books.
Yeah, Reptilia and Luna are currently chasing a goddamn car.
I assume it's maybe MIA's on that too.
MIA is currently dealing with hurricane relief. It made more sense for her to be in the Philippines dealing with hurricane relief.
Yeah. I still love the idea of her chasing down the car like she's a police helicopter with her VTOL.
So yeah, this is a I'm gonna say this one's a moderate milestone.
Yeah.
Okay.
this
Does that give increase a skill?
This feels like a moderate milestone.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have infiltrated and gotten into trouble.
So you can increase the skill by how do you increase in school in this system? I know it's weird, but pyramid.
Yeah, the idea is I forget exactly how moderate ones work, and that's what I'm looking at. But with the pyramid idea, is that you can never have more skills, more than an uneven amount of skills at higher levels than lower, basically, for very long. So, for example, if you can't go from having how we have 4 and 1, 3 and 2, 2 and 3. You could bump a 1. You could not bump a 1 to a 2, for example.
All right.
Because you would have too many. Or I think you can. I think you can go 1 over. It's weird like that, or something.
I think the idea is you can't have more in a higher skill than any lower skill.
Right.
So I'm gonna.
Does anybody have any questions, comments before I end the recording?
No.
I don't. Excellent session.
All right. Thank you, John. You're quiet there.
I was muted.
Oh man, what were you saying?
Oh, it was good. I enjoyed messing up and having to set things on fire. And also how my character's default response to everything is put glue on it.
You've got a glue-shaped hammer, my friend.
Yes, I do.
There's many glue-shaped nails.
I gotta say, Ghost was not expecting me to be glued.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what she was expecting when she was fucking with you, but being glued was not one of them. I don't think anyone really expects that.
No, I kind of expect it now.
Yeah, they're gonna expect it now.
She will now.
All right, I went into Gordon now.
Right.
Okay.